Hello there.
See, this is the problem with me recording Better Call Saul. One episode of recording, I say to myself, that's it. One episode turns into 2 episodes. Then the second episode turns into a 3rd episode of recording. And then that 3rd episode could potentially turn into a 4th episode of recording. But I'm saying to myself, unless there is a major cliffhanger at the end of this episode, this is the 3rd and final episode I'm going to record in today's sitting because I want to leave the finale to itself. But what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 23-year-old law enforcement here in Sydney, Australia, shooting a shot, baby. And today, we are up to the penultimate episode of Better Call Saul Season 4. And just to let you know, I haven't even uploaded episode 1 of Season 4 yet on the channel. That's how far ahead I'm recording, and that's how far ahead I've gotten because of how much I love this show. But yeah, that's just to give you a broader view of how I'm going in terms of uploading and recording. I haven't even uploaded episode 1 of Better Call Saul Season 4 yet, but this episode is titled Wiedersehen. So yeah, we're gonna get into the episode. We got the new introduction of a new character last episode from the Salamancas, Lalo. Then my nickname in Arabic is Lalo, so I love that character already. So yeah, let's get into the reaction / this thing. Let's have some fun. Let's go. Oh, what happened this time? Crutches? This has got to be a scheme. Department of Building Safety.
Excuse me.
I swear, if she's faking the injury, I'm going to
May I
lose
help
it.
you? Oh, I really hope so.
What can I do for you?
So I have the correct plans here, and I was hoping to just take a look at the approved plans to compare them.
She's
just to
faking
make
it.
sure.
She's faking it.
Okay, but if they're wrong, you know you have to
Refile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure they actually are the wrong ones before I get into it with my bosses.
No problem. Mesa Verde,
Yes,
do you have the address?
8783 Baylor Street.
Don't get the
I'll be
address
right
wrong
back.
this time.
Thank you.
I love, like, obviously it's the wrong direction for Kim's character legally, doing all this stuff right here, but I feel like in terms of freshening up Kim's character and allowing the actress to display more range, I think this is a fantastic choice and direction to take the show in, because it's going to be interesting to see, because the scenarios we're used to Jimmy being in, now Kim's going to be in them as well. It's going to be like sort of a tag team thing, and if Jimmy gets involved, because I think his license is potentially going to be up for renewal soon, or he's going to have maybe some sort of hearing to be reinstated. So we'll see.
Huh?
Your foot.
Oh, a sprain. I started trail running a couple months ago. Went for a run last week, wasn't paying attention, and got my foot snagged in one of the roots. Just twisted my ankle. Oof. Do you have a setback for that conference room wall at 2 feet 10 inches? My brother's been helping since I'm a little limited these days, driving me around and whatnot.
Well, it's nice to have family around.
We're playing
Yeah,
the sympathy
For
card.
the most part. He tries. That's the important thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think these are the same. Am I missing anything?
They look the same to me.
Yes.
No refiling.
Ah, thank you. Thank you, Shirley. God,
You're welcome.
you saved my life. I am telling you, my bosses would have murdered me.
I understand.
There's Jimmy.
No, you're the only person in charge of organization, and suddenly everything's your fault, right? Mm-hmm. I assume you would know all about that.
The perfect placement of the camera in the
Yo,
Breaking Bad
Lizzie.
universe.
Bill, where's Aiden?
Oh, hey, lady. He's fine, but he's very hungry.
See, the tag
And
team.
He's like
Bill.
a little eating machine.
Bill.
Could you sniff
Bill.
this for me?
Where's Aiden?
He's fine. He's in the Wrangler. Just take a smell because it's a little funky.
You left my child in your Jeep?
Yeah, I cracked the window. What? Check this.
Give me the keys. I'm not gonna check it.
Where are you going?
To get Aiden because you can't leave a baby in a car. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, man. What?
Go get the
What did I
baby,
do?
Bill. Help
Well, it's
her.
only been a minute. I didn't know. Sorry. What am I supposed to do?
What are you
Oh.
supposed to do? You're supposed to watch a baby for 5 minutes in a car. How hard is that?
Slow down. I'm wearing flip-flops.
Bring out the Oscars. Bring out the Oscars. Nah, what I love in this universe is the placement of the camera, man. It's absolutely unbelievable how... It's not unbelievable, but it's just a simple choice. They go out of their way to place the camera in sort of like the corner of the room, and they will leave it there. They'll have these long extended takes, but what... The advantage of placing the camera in these sort of like corner spots is you get a vast sort of range of shooting options and placement options for the characters, and depending on whether you want your character to be in sort of like a medium shot or you want your character to be in a long shot, it gives you many options like that. And right there, you saw the camera placed in the corner of the room, and it was Kim and Shirley doing their things, and then they flipped it to the other side of the corner where it gave you that view of the hallway as well, and then you saw Jimmy enter right there. So rather than having Kim and Shirley doing their thing and having like a medium close-up shot of them two interacting, going over the plans, and then cutting to Jimmy walking in the hallway, or just having a normal shot of him walking in, they'll hold the camera there and place it in a position where they're able to get two actions or tell two things at once, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love that, and it just... I don't know, it makes it easier for the viewer. It gives them a sense of the geography of the location as it gives them a sense of sort of like the layout of and it's great geographical shooting, if that makes sense. Like it gives you an indication of the layout of the location, and I guess it doesn't leave any sort of like it doesn't take any shortcuts in terms of like just cutting to another shot. It shows you the entire vast area of the room. Far out, couldn't get that across.
Shirley, I can't show this.
All right.
Oh my God, they're going to
Listen,
text
this
me.
is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. You're gonna give me your copy, and I'll trade them out.
Won't you get in trouble?
They're exactly the same. No one has to know.
Are you sure?
Go on,
Okay.
get them.
Okay. Okay, if you're sure. Okay. Thank you
Just
so
a
much.
minor adjustment.
Shirley, you're a lifesaver.
We need to stick together. Being a mom is hard enough.
This is wrong on so many levels, man. It's entertaining, but Shirley being run rings
All right.
around.
Let's make this official.
Motherfucker! I like when sort of Jimmy was up to his things and you sort of had that opposing force in Kim to sort of put him on the right path. You also had Chuck there as well. But now, Kim has come to the dark side. And there's no one to balance out the force. Lalo! Lalo! What's up? Nacho's gonna have to do the rounds of Lalo now.
¿Quién tiene los huevos más grandes de todo Michoacán, norte, sur, este y oeste?
Mark McGolla's acting fantastic. I saw that little smirk.
Ese pendejo estaba tan orgulloso de su hermoso español y sus libros y sus antigüedades. Pero igual cuando todo se perdió en llamas, olía a mierda.
His line delivery is excellent. The individual who plays Lalo.
Hay algo que nunca le había dicho, tío. Regresé ese día. Me metí entre las llamas y el humo. Hacía tanto calor que la suela de mis zapatos empezó a quemar. Sí, ya sé que fue muy estúpido, pero soy un sentimental. Y lo he tenido todos estos años. Se lo traje.
Is it a bell?
¿Quiere verlo?
Is it a bell? Why do I think it's a bell? Oh, it is a bell.
Ding, ding, ding. Y usted enseñándole al maestro, como siempre.
Yo, you know what I can't wait for? Oh my gosh, I just remembered. That means Lalo and Gus are gonna have interactions, and it's gonna absolutely be phenomenal. Oh, those two talking one another. Oh, it's gonna be cinema. It's gonna be cinema.
A ver, ahí tiene, tío. Vamos, tío. Otra. Eso es un Salamanca. Tío, hablemos del chileno.
Gus Fring. Hey, that's racism. Just because he looks like that doesn't mean he's gonna steal. Come on, woman.
Same old Hector. Just wants to kill everybody.
Gotta stay awake.
But you gotta be able to sleep when we get home, too. What time's your hearing?
11. This time next week, I will once again be James McGill, Esquire. Unexpected bonus of the drop phone business. It turns out it's great for client development.
Yes, I guess that's true.
Sooner or later, every last one of those idiots is gonna need an attorney.
Yep.
Of course, they all know me as Saul Goodman.
What's with details?
People would pay top dollar for us to undo a potentially life-ruining sentence.
I think we should only use our powers for good.
What are we considering good as of 9:06 p.m. tonight?
You know what? It's like Potter Stewart said. We'll know it when we see it.
We just drove 300 miles to scam Lubbock, Texas, so that your client can have a 13% bigger bank branch. Don't get me wrong, I loved every second of it, but how is that using our powers for good?
I don't know. I just have an inkling with these Germans that it's not gonna work out well for them.
Nur mit her. Okay.
Oh, Wiedersehen.
There may be a loose or faulty wire. I'll go in and check.
I thought you were the demolition expert.
Hey, what's with the sloppy work, man?
It's my job, Michael.
Boom. The fact that they're spending so much time on a faulty wire tells me that something badly is going to go wrong here. Or it could be just a demonstration in building tension. Is the fact that the faulty You're like, why is he having some sort of panic attack? I was about to say, the fact that the fault itself has not been discovered until the actual the actual dynamite itself is a problem. Come on, composure, composure. Woo!
Jesus nochmal. I think we're ready here, Michael.
Yay!
All green.
Oh, they have to make like a decoy noise. Something to mask up the explosion. tire is gonna drive right through something. Or drop something.
Oh wait, we're missing one. We're missing one. I am not doing.
All the Germany merchandise.
No, I'm good, thank you.
No, we don't accept this. You can't be always on duty, Mike.
It sounds like they're saying Mike from Finding Nemo.
I'm pleased the blasting went well. No damage to the structure, no unforeseen incidents.
How are you gonna miss a layup like?
You don't seem pleased.
I'm just tired. But I'm...
That guy's like
Michael.
1 for 20 in the background.
You were married?
I was.
How long?
22 years.
Perhaps you will understand. 26 in April.
Congratulations.
Still, I can't help but wonder. No, of course not.
Can he
It's
take a week off?
impossible. Although Kai could supervise the work until I get back.
No.
I
No.
don't wish to cause you hardship, even though I'd only be gone for 4 days, 5, maybe total.
You're talking about flying to Germany for a weekend.
Just a quick trip.
You can't put sentiment.
I could leave detailed instructions. The work would not be interrupted.
You want to see your wife?
More than anything.
Or we stop work for 4
Finish
days
the
entirely.
Werner, you can do this. You put your head down and you push your way through.
Of course. Of course, you're right. Flight of fancy.
But Mike knows deep down that he's not
I tell
solid
you what.
mentally at the moment.
We'll get you on the phone with her for an extra call.
This has to be reported to Gus.
You hang in there.
There's a man who just came in,
Lalo?
and I know that it's been a while, but I was just like, he is so familiar. I think it's one of the guys that, made all the trouble last year. Not the main guy, which is why I'm not totally sure.
Nacho.
I see. He and the other guy ordered some food, and they're just sitting, but I thought that you want to know.
Oh, thank you, Lyle.
Shout out Lyle,
I'll
man.
take care of it.
A good employee. The switch up. The switch up is so good. I never get tired of it. Jean-Claude Esposito has the best
Is everything to your
face
liking?
ever.
Are you kidding me? This is the best chicken I have ever had.
I'm delighted to hear that.
No, really, I'm serious. I mean, it's crispy, but it's not dried out. And the seasoning, it's so flavorful.
Thank you. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Is there any chance, and I know the answer is probably no, but is it possible for me to meet the owner?
I'm the owner.
Really? How lucky for me.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in franchising? Because I would be eager to invest.
Hey, Lalo has been such a welcomed addition. The injection of energy he's brought with like the 28 minutes of screen time he's had, and that's including the 2 minutes he had at the end of last episode, is absolutely fantastic.
Perhaps we should go to my office where we can discuss it further.
Excellent. Don't waste that.
This way.
Franchising.
Now, what can I do for you?
Nah, it's so good. It's so good. I'm telling you, the micro expressions and the mannerisms, it's so good from every actor and actress in this show. It's just unbelievable. And I've said it time and time again about each and every character having their own like sort of aura, gravitas, and presence on screen. Lalo is just another example of that. He just slotted right in. And this is going to be fantastic. And it's one of those phenomenal interactions I thought was going to happen. I discussed earlier on in the episode, and it's here.
Salamanca. Eduardo Salamanca, but you can call me Lalo.
Lalo!
And you're Gustavo Fring. I come here on behalf of my entire family to give you our deepest thanks.
Well, for what?
For what? For saving Don Hector's life.
We're holding it down.
I just visited him. You know, seeing a man like that, can't speak, can barely move. I wanted to weep. But it could have been worse. Varga tells me that while everybody else was picking their asses, you rushed to him, struck him on the chest, and brought him back.
It was simple instinct.
But still, with all the history between you two, what you did was a gesture of peace. Or at least that's how we see it.
I'm very pleased to hear that.
Here we are.
I love how it's one big poker game right here, and the two are trying to read each other and call their bluff, because obviously we had that indistinct chatter earlier on in the episode where Lalo told Nacho to go away, and he obviously conversed with Hector about certain things, and he got answers from Hector and what his thoughts are about Gus. So he's coming in here with preconceived notions, and I think Gus knows that already, and it's just an interesting power dynamic right here between them two, and I'm loving
Getting along? Se la pasa sentado en su alberca, asoleándose, dando órdenes. Mientras tus camiones son los que mueven el producto y los Salamanca son los que lo protegen.
No considero que me haya mala leche.
Really?
Really?
Still, if we were to get along too well, I'm sure Eladio wouldn't like that, would he?
I am satisfied with the current arrangement.
I'm just shitting you. You would be crazy to go up against Eladio. Look, I'm going to be in town for a while, so, we'll talk some more. We owe you. If you need a favor, I'm your man.
Same. Naturally.
Oh, and I'll be back for that chicken, eh? It's too tasty to stay away from.
Man, it's so good. Nacho's just neglected about like, help me, man. I'm stuck in this shit.
So you pick up 6 keys a week?
Yeah.
Where?
He's got a chicken farm way out of town.
Show me.
He's trying to get the gist of things, how things run, where things are located. Don't chuck the drink out the window. Don't chuck the drink. Here we go. Hearing time, baby. Practicing the facial expressions.
We're ready for you now.
Great.
Says here you were part of something called the Silver Circle, 3 months in a row.
It's a sales award. And Mr. Finn and the people at CC Mobile have been very generous. You don't have to sell many phones to get in the silver, believe me.
What made you choose that particular field?
Honestly, just to put bread on the table. But I would say it's given me a new outlook on client relations. I mean, after dealing with cell phone contracts, explaining statutes to my clients should be a cakewalk.
You know what caught my eye recently was Crawford v. Washington. And if you follow that, it has to do with the admissibility of ex parte examinations.
That was a Supreme Court case, wasn't it?
That's right. How did it go? The only indicium of reliability sufficient to satisfy constitutional demands is the one the Constitution actually prescribes, confrontation. It's classic Scalia.
He be doing his homework. He be memorizing.
Think about victims forced to confront their assailants in open court. But on the other hand, the Sixth Amendment is pretty controlling. I'm sorry.
He's saying all the right things.
I get rolling on constitutional questions. Short answer, I've been doing my level best.
Well, Mr. McGill, is there anything you'd like to tell us about the reasons you were suspended in the first place?
This past year, that's pretty much been the only thing on my mind. And I'm humbled by the sheer stupidity of my actions. Remorse doesn't begin to cover it. I'm not going to make excuses, because there's no excuse for what I did. But as I sit here, I can assure you,
nothing like that will ever happen again. Never.
Well, all right. That would seem to be satisfactory. Meg,
do
you have something?
Mr. Miguel, what does the law mean to you?
That wasn't part of the script.
Yeah. Okay.
How do I answer? He's like, how do I answer?
Becoming a lawyer was the last thing on my mind. Even if I wanted to, I didn't have the smarts or the skills or the stick-to-itiveness. But I happened to get a job with some attorneys, and I couldn't help but think, maybe I could do that? Something inside me made me want to try. Now listen, my diploma says the University of American Samoa Law School. And that's exactly what it sounds like. That's a correspondence school. I wish it said Georgetown or Northwestern, but UAS is the only one that would take me. Because let me tell you, I wasn't a natural. I mean, the classes, the studying, trying to pass the bar, practically killed me. I must have quit 10 or 12 times, but I kept coming back to it, and I'm really glad I did, because when I got to work with actual clients, there was nothing else like it. Our legal system is complicated, and sometimes it could feel capricious, but it's the closest thing to real justice that we've got. And for it to work, it needs vigorous, passionate advocates. Helping my clients, arguing on their behalf, that's the best thing I've ever done. And this past year, I've missed the hell out of it.
Laying it all on the table. He smashed this answer. Fantastic. Meg is proud.
That was very eloquent.
Next minute.
Was there any particular influence on your views?
Meg, chill, bro. You just gave me your whole life story.
Credit where credit is due.
My brother.
The University of American Samoa. Go land crabs.
She wasn't happy with that answer.
Anything else?
No. Thank you.
I think we have everything we need. You'll be getting a letter with our decision in the next few days.
Huh?
All right.
Yo, he not getting past it. He not getting past
Thanks
it.
for your time.
He not getting past it. He not getting past it now. He's gonna probably get rejected and he's gonna have to appeal it. I was paying attention to Meg's expressions right there, and it was like sort of one of those things where it's like she tries to look sympathetic and she tries to look like she's happy with the responses and sad, but I feel like she's a complete savage.
Hey, hi.
Hi, Mr. Miguel.
Yes, I know they said I'd hear from them, but just between you and me, what did they decide?
That's not good. That's not good. That's not good.
You gotta be kidding me. No. No. No, 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 no. No!
No, we could be in another Chuck situation here. Don't do this.
It was a question of sincerity.
What?
Some members of the committee found you somewhat insincere. You're free to apply again next year.
That's personal bias, but that shouldn't come into judgments. You're not allowed to do that. Yeah, old man walked right back up the other way. You can't... Like, we did a subject on this at university, and I know I don't know if you guys like to hear my insights on university or what I know, but we did a subject on ethics, law, and justice, and one of the subjects, or the components of the subjects, was talking about judges themselves, and, how personal bias can sometimes come into legal decisions, and how much that weighs into legal decisions, especially when it's a case concerning maybe... something to do with views of the public, or if a judge leans one side politically, or has some sort of antagonistic behavior, not antagonistic behavior, or like just some sort of opposing views to something else. But that's completely wrong by the committee to just... I guess they can review his character, but just to find him insincere, it's personal bias and grudges getting against him. Maybe because it's something to do with him being Chuck's brother, something along the lines of that. That's completely wrong. Because in the eyes of the committee, he's done everything right and more over the past year on his probation period. Okay, in the views of the audience, no. But in the eyes of the committee, everything is right on paper. He got a job. He's got 2 great reference letters. Everything. And he delivered an Oscar-worthy cinematic speech right there that says everything right and how he felt. But to deliver all that and to seem right at face value to us and to them just reject him? Completely wrong. I'd like to see their reasoning besides insincere in the letter, per se.
Werner, du bist ein Schatz. Du hast mich gut erzogen.
Because the law itself should be impartial. And
Mike. Hey. Oh, they've been saying goodbye for about 20 minutes now.
Anything of note?
maybe he's not talking to his wife.
And it's peeing everywhere.
It could be his wife. You never
The
know.
dog, the house,
like it is, but like
her back's acting up, so they want to go to the springs at Baden-Baden once he gets back.
So, like the usual.
Yep. Wait, okay. They're wrapping up. She's got to get to book club.
I'm gonna check the perimeter.
I just I think Werner's married because I would know. Like, you could tell, Mike would tell if he wasn't, if that makes sense, because we saw a couple episodes ago when he literally at the sort of not the confession club, but the sort of like group therapy club, he sort of pinpointed out that guy to Anita and his daughter-in-law about Stacey, about, you know, him not being married and lying about the stories about his wife and how he changes up his stories each time. So I'm interested to see if Werner's not married at all, but I think he is. But like, it would be an interesting sort of like tie-in to that storyline with Anita and Stacey and him sort of picking out that guy not being married at the group talk sessions. There's something sus with him. I don't know. In the best interest of Werner, he should just get the job done.
We have no problem with that language, and we'll adjust. We do have a concern on page 15, clause 4B.
Again.
Third paragraph begins, the right to indemnification.
Is she using nail polish?
Everyone with me?
Yes, I see it.
This is clearly a pro-sandbagging clause.
Troy, it simply gives us the right to indemnification for breaches of representation.
Of which there are none.
We feel it's necessary given the
Aw,
past
that's
of
nice.
negotiations thus far and the lack of time we've had to complete due diligence.
To the best of the seller's knowledge.
Slow down.
Fine, but you have to give us a chance.
Slow down.
He ain't slowing down. He Tokyo drifting this bitch. Down! Call him DK, Drift King.
Insincere! Insincere!
Jimmy, what happened?
A goddamn year? What am I supposed to do for a whole year?
Jimmy!
I guarantee I'm not selling cell phones for a fucking year, I'll tell you that.
What did they say exactly? How did...
Hard pass!
All right, take a breath and start from the beginning, please.
I was good, Kim. I mean,
He was
wasn't
excellent.
stuck up, but I knew my shit.
He was
right?
excellent.
What have you been doing during your suspension? And have you been keeping up with the law? Yada, yada. All fine. And then one of them out of nowhere comes up with this weird-ass question. What does the law mean to you?
That's a big one.
It's huge. And I nailed it. I talked about the meaning of the law, and I was down to earth, and I was humble, and I was sincere.
Exactly. He was
and
perfect.
they loved it.
But he's insincere.
So they turned me down.
What did they say when you talked about Chuck?
What does Chuck have to do with this? What?
Well, so you didn't even...
Why would I?
That's the one slip up. That answer when he talked about American Samoa. Oh,
Okay,
the
listen,
University
we
of
will figure
American
this out.
Samoa.
And yes, you will appeal. We'll
a
appeal
rubber
this to them,
stamp.
well, we won't let them,
Get a
and we'll
rubber
find a
stamp
way
rubber-
to make you look sincere.
Kim, I was sincere.
I know that. I meant we will fix
I might
it.
have been a little corny, but I meant every word.
I know that.
You don't believe me?
Of course I do.
Jesus, it's right there on your face. You think I'm some kind of lowlife, some kind of asshole.
What?
Kind of lawyer guilty people hire, right?
Oh, Jimmy, that's
You
not...
look at me and you see Slip and Jimmy.
I never said that.
Yeah, but you thought it. There it is again. And that's why we don't have an office.
What? No, just, do not start in on that office. I don't want to hear another word about that stupid office.
Stupid office. Okay, here we go.
Jimmy, I have been on your side since the day we met. Who comes running when you call? Who cleans up your messes? I have a job, but I drop everything for you. Every single time you confess to a felony on tape, I'm there.
This has been building up for a while.
I represent you over and over again. If you need me, I'm there. But somehow in your mind, the only measure of my feelings for you is some office?
Yeah, I'm good enough to live with, to sleep with, but God forbid you should have an office with
no,
me.
it's got nothing.
You get a little bored with your life, so you come down and roll around in the dirt. Have some fun with slipping, Jimmy.
Oh, is it fun? Fun like lying to the ADA to get your friend out of the shitter? Or fun like standing there with a smile plastered on my face while you play infantile mind games on my law partner?
Oh, what a mistake it was to take me up to your office in the sky. You'll never do that again.
Yeah, maybe I won't. And maybe next time you call, I won't come.
There you go. Kick a man when he's down.
Whoa.
Jimmy, you are always down.
Jimmy ain't taking this L well. At least the truth came out there. Like that was needed. That ventilation was needed from both ends. I love that shot right there. What was I gonna say right there? I was gonna say something. No, I forgot. Oh, yeah. Kim is right in terms of being with Jimmy every step of the way. She's been Bobby Brown. Like, every little step I take, you will be there. Okay? Like she has been exactly that individual who's been there and rooting for him since the days of the mailroom and being by his side. And I think Jimmy needs to show a little bit of appreciation there. But I think we're seeing that sort of slip in Jimmy return in that moment right there. And we're seeing sort of like a situation like in the cassette tape happen with Kim. Obviously, he's not in that state of like wanting to destroy everything, although he probably does want to destroy things. He's lucky he's just like in an open car parking space. But you can see I feel like Chuck and Jimmy are sort of really alike in individuals when things don't go their way. In terms of having that sort of state of panic and controlling that state of panic and balling it up. But they don't control it really well. They tend to explode. We've seen it with Chuck numerous times. And you saw in the scene as well a couple episodes ago when Kim told him about taking the offer at Schweiker and Coakley. Jimmy sort of had to stare at the sort of kitchen room and control himself right there in that moment. But I feel like this was the tipping point right here. And rather than just being, professional about it, saying, we're going to appeal this, we're going to deal with it as a partner, as a team. Damn, all the rants came out, all the true feelings came out. And it was really fantastic from both actors right there. But yeah, I feel like this has been boiling up for a while. I think the sex and sort of like those emotional highs we got in the last few episodes were sort of just, emotional highs that were temporary. I still haven't heard these two say, I love you. Hey, every couples go through this, but like, it'd be probably not normal not to have fights. Like, that's a great way of dividing the frames. Oh, like to showcase, like, it's like two different shots right there by having Jimmy in the mirror, and then the mirror takes up the right-hand side of the screen while Kim is in the left-hand side. Great placement right there. What, is he calling quits? Does he want to move out? I still think I really admire Jimmy's sort of like office dream with Kim, but I think it would have been selfish of him to hold her back for the 9 months till he sort of got reinstated.
You still want to be a lawyer?
Yeah. Well, we can start with that.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Why do I like the
what do we
security
got?
team?
Pretty quiet.
Any of the other cameras do that?
What's Werner up to?
Yeah. 10.
There's another one. Werner left. Damn. Fair play, Werner. And you can even see the footsteps going out. I remember I said to myself, this factory has the potential. Wait, that was used by the other German, the other engineer they first got. That sort of laser thing. Oh, and he used it on the camera. Nice. Nice way to dissolve out of the episode right there. With the laser itself and the camera flaring up. Very interesting. Things are heating up from all angles, I guess, now in this show, ladies and gentlemen, leading up to the finale. Things are heating up between Lalo, Nacho, and Gus. Things are heating up with the Germans' operation, with the construction of the lab. I guess it shouldn't be that complicated, but I guess it is getting that complicated because of the characters they are working with. And I don't know if there's much more to it with Werner, but he literally just might be homesick and just away from his wife for that long, and he's actually being serious about it, and he couldn't handle it anymore. And there goes my camera battery just as I start saying this stuff, so I'm not going to discuss everything for too long, but things are heating up between Jimmy and Kim. It seems like they have to start over a little bit right now that they let everything sort of on the table. And it's going to be interesting to see this appeals process now with the hearing. You never know. They might change their mind in the letter. They might do a full 180 now that he's let all his emotions out. But I doubt it. And I think for the sake of entertainment in the show, there's going to be a very entertaining hearing with Kim and Jimmy going against the committee and as a tag team. And it seems like maybe Chuck is going to be mentioned again. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Cannot wait for the finale. I hope you guys are enjoying my reactions to this show. As always, it's been Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.